Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up on the news, vandals leave thousands of dollars in damage at a Lincoln church.
Plus, today officially marks 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine. And
this is pretty surreal that this is all happening, but we are dreaming big.
How big? Well, Nebraska volleyball will play inside Memorial Stadium. More on those stories in just a moment, but first, Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson is at Prescott Elementary School with some breaking news. Mackenzie.
Yeah, that's right, Rod and Megan. Lincoln police were called to Prescott Elementary School near 20th and South Streets. LPS say a student, a 5th grader, showed another student a handgun in their backpack and made concerning comments about violence toward that student. A student then reported the situation to the teacher and police were called. Officials say an officer did find a loaded handgun in the student's backpack. No one was hurt. LPS did say the student who brought the firearm to school will be facing legal consequences. LPS Superintendent Paul Gosman is addressing the situation and will be bringing you some of Hit That Sound tonight at 6. We'll be keeping you updated on any new developments on this story on air and online at klkntv.com. Reporting at Prescott Elementary School, I'm Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, Mackenzie, thank you so much for the update on the breaking news here in Lincoln this afternoon. Moving on now to our other top story. Tonight, Husker volleyball in the news.
The big announcement was made this afternoon. The match will be played August 30th at 7 p.m. It's exciting news for fans who may struggle to get tickets sometimes to home games at the Devaney. Athletic Director Trev Alberts, Governor Jim Pillen, and Coach John Cook were there for the announcement. The Huskers will host UNO, UNK, and Wayne State for a couple of matches and a concert, which will be announced later.
Once again, all of this taking place inside Memorial Stadium. The Huskers will take on the Mavericks at 7 p.m. and Wayne State and Kearney will play an exhibition match before at 4:30. Nebraska is looking to set a new all-time attendance record for an NCAA volleyball match, which is currently held by Nebraska and Wisconsin at 18,755 when the teams played for the 2021 National Championship.
As I said many months ago, the attendance record for volleyball belongs in the state of Nebraska. So I'm going to be the first person to say it. You'll probably hear from some others. But I'm going to implore Husker Nation and I'm going to implore volleyball fans across the state of Nebraska to come to Memorial Stadium. We're going to do this once, and I want to hope that the number is large enough that nobody dares even try.
Well, that gets you excited, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Get you pumped up. Tickets go on sale for season ticket holders Tuesday, April 25th, and for the general public, Wednesday, April 26th. It's $25 for adults and only $5 for student, high school age and younger. Lauren Michelson is going to have so much more coverage on this coming up tonight on our newscast at 6 o'clock. Well, yesterday, the U.S. Secretary of Labor was in Lincoln for the opening of the new job center, but that wasn't the only stop he made.
The Secretary and the Mayor of Lincoln also visited Bay High, speaking with youth and touring the facility. Bay High focuses on helping young adults become future ready, no matter what their path may be. The program was recently received around $2 million from the American Rescue Plan. The mayor says the secretary was impressed with the unique program. He shared his life story and listened to the students.
We spoke with youth. We talked to these young students at Bay High and these folks who are in the gap year program that's helping them create new pathways to careers. And they were really impressed, and they're talking about ongoing collaborations with the Department of Labor and what we can do to make sure that everyone finds a place in our economy. We're trying to make sure there's a place for everyone to create economic opportunity and achieve economic independence.
The organization said they were proud to show off the workforce programming and facility improvements that were made possible through that federal investment. The secretary says they're very interested in seeing how similar programs could be implemented across the country. Right now, state lawmakers are talking about a bill that would help make sure school personnel won't hesitate to save your child's life. If passed, teachers and staff would be protected from prosecution if they help a student who is overdosing.
Now, the latest studies show almost 15% of overdose deaths were in school-age kids, and opioids were involved in more than half of them. Narcan, when given in time, can reverse the effects of an opioid overdose, and that includes prescription pain pills, heroin, and fentanyl. Senators are hearing testimony today during a committee hearing. We'll, of course, keep you updated on any new developments. So with that, another bill would provide a tax credit to donors of pregnancy centers that do not perform abortions.
The bill is being sponsored by Senator Joni Albright. Today, at a committee hearing, senators heard from supporters and those who oppose the bill.
With over 25 pregnancy organizations in Nebraska who provide essential and professional care in virtually every type of community, rural, urban, college settings, and even mobile medical units, they are a bright light of compassionate care.
Unfortunately, those who are opposed to abortion have developed a national network of anti-abortion organizations called crisis pregnancy centers or anti-abortion centers that restrict, control, and manipulate the information people facing unintended pregnancies receive.
While supporters of the bill say it would benefit underrepresented women in Nebraska, those in opposition say many of these groups have religious ties and are against abortion. Coming up tonight in our newscast at 6 o'clock, we'll have more from both sides and what was said today at the legislature. Since the overturning of Roe v. Wade last summer, reproductive rights have been on the chopping block in several states, and that's including Nebraska. Right now, state senators on both sides of the aisle are gearing up for a vote on the 6-week abortion ban bill.
And in Washington, D.C., dozens of college students gathered with the vice president today in a reproductive rights forum. The state of Kansas was brought up because letters have been sent by the Attorney General there to both CVS and Walgreens saying it's illegal to distribute abortion medications via mail, and it also says they can't have them in their stores.
The United States Supreme Court, the highest court in our land, took a constitutional right from the people of America. And as we predicted and feared, every day since, we have seen strategic attempts and attacks through so-called leaders who are attempting to, and in many cases have passed laws that will further restrict the ability of people to make the most fundamental decisions they should have.
According to a release from the White House, Vice President Harris has held more than 20 meetings and discussed reproductive rights with more than 180 state senators from 18 different states since last May. Lincoln police are investigating a vandalism at the First United Methodist Church.
That's right. A group of at least 4 people caused around $6,500 in damage on Wednesday. Police say vandals sprayed a fire extinguisher around the church, destroyed a TV, ripped up a Bible, spread oil on seats, and broke a wooden cross, stained glass windows, and a chandelier. The church is located right next to Nebraska Westland's campus. That's near 48th and Adams. A spiritual leader says the vandals were in the church from about 8 p.m. to midnight on Wednesday.
I would describe this scene as nonsensical, violent, erratic, chaotic, and if they're watching, I just hope that they understand the significant impact on our community. I've been in tears, just tears for the amount of violence that keeps undergirding our communities, and I just want it to stop.
And she says the church does have surveillance footage of the vandalism. Those videos, though, have been shared with police, but they weren't comfortable sharing them with the public at this time.
All right, let's talk about your weather on this Friday. Rusty, you and I have not had a chance to talk yet, but here's what I think. Cold, little snow, but there's sun.
That kind of
wrap it up
in a nice little bow. That was perfect. Yeah, a cold start to the day. Some light snow fell, about a ½ an inch in some spots, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on where you're at. But it was a cold day. Temperature started off right around the 0-degree mark for many of us. Much colder, though, to the north and west, like Thetford at 14 degrees below zero. Ouch, 11 below in Valentine, 8 degrees below zero in O'Neill. But just about everybody else was closer to zero, which doesn't. Once it gets to zero, does it really matter that much? High temperatures today struggled. Very close to 20 in Lincoln, 20 degrees in Nebraska City, 22 in Omaha. Everybody else in the teens and single digits, like O'Neill at 7 degrees for a high today. Outside right now, this is Schoen's Roofing in Beatrice at South 6th and Perkins Street. pretty nice day, just a little on the cold side. 20 degrees in Beatrice, 23 in Wymore. Temperatures a little cooler the further west you go, with teens out there still. O'Neill, that 7-degree mark, 13 in Broken Bow, 14 in Grand Island, a touch warmer in Hebron at 25 degrees. Not a lot of wind, thankfully. With these cold temperatures, you don't want a lot of wind, but because of any wind out there, it does knock our temperatures down a bit, like Broken Bow at 4 degrees below zero. Satellite radar very quiet out there now. The weekend forecast, mostly sunny and warmer on Saturday. We'll try for 60 on Sunday with a chance for some showers and some thunderstorms. So Mother Nature is doing a 180 real quick on us. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rusty. For a full year now, the Ukrainian army has been fighting off a Russian invasion at a great cost to that country. Russian officials thought the war would be over quickly, but President Zelensky rallied the nation.
After 1 year after those first missiles hit Kyiv, the capital city remains under Ukrainian control. Zelensky speaking to media worldwide, saying if the international community keeps their word about help and aid, Ukraine will definitely win. This comes as a new poll shows support is fading since last year. Today, President Biden announcing a $2.5 billion package of aid for Ukraine and new sanctions against Russia. Meanwhile, the U.S. Secretary of State spoke to the UN Security Council to mark the somber day.
Over the last year, Russia has killed tens of thousands of Ukrainian men, women, and children, uprooted more than 13 million people from their homes.
Vladimir Putin has remained silent today, while China, who is seen as an informal ally to the Kremlin, calls for a ceasefire, offering a proposal to end the conflict. Still to come on the news tonight, many Americans missed critical doctor's appointments during the pandemic, and cancer screenings got put on the back burner.
More than 10,000 new cancer cases are expected in Nebraska this year. Ways to reduce your chances of getting cancer when we come back. Millions of Americans missed routine cancer screenings during the second year of the pandemic. Breast, cervical, and prostate cancer screenings falling anywhere from about 6 to 15%.
That's according to a study from the American Cancer Society, but separate research suggests people are starting to return to rates seen before the pandemic. New data found rates of cancer screening for breast, cervical, and colon cancers may be returning to normal. And as part of Cancer Prevention Awareness Month, the American Cancer Society has recommended some recommendations to help reduce your risk.
It is estimated 11,000 new cancer cases are expected for Nebraskans this year, along with more than 3,000 deaths also expected here. But it's not a hopeless cause. According to the American Cancer Society, there are things you can do now to decrease your risk by about 40%.
First and foremost, don't smoke. That is the leading cause of preventable cancer deaths. And for the majority of people who don't smoke in this country, the most important things they can do to reduce the risk of cancer are to eat right and be more active.
And we all know nothing can completely eliminate the risk of cancer. You can not smoke, you can eat healthy, exercise, and still get it. Genetics can increase or decrease cancer-related illnesses as well.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Had some overachieving snow earlier this morning. Some spots saw a couple of inches, like Minden, Hastings, Clay Center, Grand Island, all had just barely above 2 inches at Southeast Lincoln. This was at my house, about a ½ an inch, and just 0.2 of an inch at the Lincoln Airport. So that was not bad with that snowfall, and kind of melted off fairly quickly. Doesn't look like a whole lot going on Southeast Community College at 84th and O. Plenty of sunshine. And the sun is going to continue as we head into the day tomorrow, but it's still chilly out there, but we're starting to warm up. If you noticed the temperatures today compared to yesterday, a little bit warmer. 20 in Southeast Community College, 19 East Campus and the airport, a little cooler towards Denton Road at 18 degrees. But so those are some of the warmer temperatures. The cooler temperatures are still in north central Nebraska, where they've seen snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm, so it's hard to warm up when you have snow that's way up there. 7 degrees right now for a temperature, and that's the high for the day so far in O'Neill. 13 Broken Bow, 14 in Grand Island. The wind has switched around a little bit. It was out of the north the last couple of days, making it a lot colder. Now it's starting to shift, and it's out of the south in some spots. That's going to start the warming process as we head through the next 24 to 48 hours. But 17 miles per hour in Broken Bow does give us a wind chill at 4 degrees below zero. But right now it's a little painful with the wind chill, but it's going to enhance the warming and speed it up a little bit as we head through tonight into tomorrow. Pretty quiet out there. Still a few flurries between O'Neill and Sioux City, some cloud cover. Even it's not showing up, but a few flurries along this band of clouds is starting to go away now, but there were a few snow showers showing up on a couple of our cameras in central Nebraska. A little bit of light mixed precipitation trying to move into the Kansas City area, and snow moving through Iowa. But we're just going to be left with not a whole lot going on. This is just going to show partly cloudy skies through the day on Saturday to mostly sunny skies. I mean, look at that, hardly anything going on by Saturday afternoon. Very quiet. Then a few clouds start to show up in north central Nebraska by Saturday evening. Go ahead and jump ahead a little bit to Sunday morning. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit because there's going to be a system just to our south and west that's going to evolve and bring with it much warmer temperatures on Sunday and some instability. Because of that, look at this, a chance for some thunderstorms Sunday night into Monday morning. Some of these could produce a lot of rain. We're talking about possible heavy rain in some spots, maybe some flooding issues, especially if there's still snow on the ground. And then that all kind of evolves a little bit by Monday morning, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning before it kicks on out. So because of that, we're at a marginal risk from Lincoln south, and it's the lowest level, sure, but it's still a risk for severe weather from Lincoln south. And you zoom out a little bit, it'll be centered on Oklahoma City for the afternoon into the evening hours on Sunday, but our first severe weather potential for the year. Temperatures tonight, you don't get severe weather with this. 10 degrees for the capital city. Quiet and cold again with mostly clear skies, a light southeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. 48 degrees. Oh, I jumped right by that. That's right. 48 degrees, mostly sunny, warming up. So this is almost just a few degrees away from normal. Southwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Our average high this time of year, about 44 degrees. I'm saying 60. We may not quite get there, might be the middle and upper 50s, but if we can get to 60, that'll be one of those days with partly cloudy skies and then the chance for some strong storms on Sunday. And that may linger into very early Monday morning and then cooling off just a little bit. But saying cooling off and 50s in the same breath is that's a kind of a springtime feel to me. 52 on Monday, 50 on the last day of February, the first day of March, still in the lower 50s, and then another chance for some precipitation by the end of next week.
Well, Rusty, thank you for keeping us updated on the forecast right now, but I do have a favor to ask. August 30th, if you could mark your calendar, there's an event going on that day where we don't need any rain, any wind. I just need a perfect August day.
Write that down.
Yeah,
Write that down.
It's a Wednesday, particularly here in Lincoln, maybe over Memorial Stadium. We could just have some nice sunshine, no wind.
I mean, just, you know, our record's probably going to get broken, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make a call to Mother Nature and see what she can do.
Appreciate it.
If you missed the top of the newscast, the Nebraska volleyball team will be playing inside Memorial Stadium on that date that Megan just mentioned, and the goal, of course, is to just pack the place and have an attendance record that will most likely not be broken in our lifetime.
Stand the test of time.
So cool.
So yeah, we need a perfect day. Appreciate it, Rusty. I appreciate it. Thank you. Negative day on Wall Street to end the work week for us. The Dow falling 337 points. NASDAQ also down nearly 200. S&P losing 42 points. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Kelsey Turner was
Well, we all know this is Nebraska and the weather can be really crazy at times. So Rusty, let me get this straight. The last couple of overnights we had wind chills of minus 17, and you're saying by Sunday we may see 60 above?
What's that math? If you do the math, that's almost 80-degree difference in what it'll feel like from, what is that, 4 days, 5 days?
Right.
Wow.
It's part of the reason I love this state and love the weather in this state so much, is because you don't have to wait very long for things to change so quickly. But yeah, 17 below for wind chills the last couple of nights. We dropped to single digits, near zero this morning. High temperatures were struggling, and now we may get to 60 degrees by Sunday.
Wow.
Good times.
Yeah, really. Never boring.
It never is. And we still have snow out there. This is what it looks like outside in Aurora. Now, just a little bit ago, I was looking at this camera not too long ago, and there were some clouds and flurries, and now it's plenty of sunshine. So speaking of wait 5 minutes and things will change, not much wind out there, but we got a lot of blue sky, still a fresh coat of snow on the ground, and temperatures are struggling a little bit. 19 in Lincoln, Beatrice at 19. See how it says there's flurries in Aurora? That's because it was about a half an hour ago. 11 in Aurora right now, 16 in Columbus, also maybe a snowflake or two coming down. 14 in York, 13 degrees in Norfolk, so it's just cold out there. See, there's that little line from Grand Island up towards Sioux City, a little bit of cloud cover. Some of that may have a few flurries in it. It's just cold enough that it's just basically squeezing out some snow showers. So here's your forecast for Lincoln. Saturday, 48, warming back up, 60 on Sunday with that chance for some storms late Sunday into Monday. Still mild, really nice on Monday with 52 degrees. We'll go hour by hour. We'll start off cold once again, 6 a.m., temperatures around 10, but we do warm up into the 40s by the afternoon.
All right, thank you, Rusty, and thank you all for joining us.
We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Need a better night's sleep? Come see us. At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, our custom-made mattresses are built to your needs, backed with a lifetime comfort guarantee.